Product placement.
Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe they'll sponsor me like they sponsored Ron Swanson.
Yes. Okay. That's recording. So
All right.
we are ready to go. Another episode. I'm on a roll. This is like the second one I've recorded like this week. Episode 13 of the
Ooh,
Why Would
lucky
You Do
13.
That podcast. My man is in the house. Nevin Lowe, ladies and gentlemen. Nevin Lowe.
How's it going, everybody?
Nevin is the resident legend of Southeast Texas. I don't know anybody that does not know you, to be honest. I work in insurance and I deal with a lot of people. Like I talk to a lot of people, and it always comes around somehow. Some people are like, "Oh yeah," and this guy Nevin Lowe, and I'm like, "You know Nevin too?" Like everybody knows you, man.
I don't know. I'm all over the place, I guess.
You're born and raised Southeast Texas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Grows my whole life. Yep.
Yeah, which I've seen your senior picture. If I'm gonna have to throw up your senior picture when you were, I think you were in your cap and gown wakeboarding or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna put it up on the YouTube video so you guys can see it. I'm gonna put it up like right here. So, that picture was one of the coolest graduation pictures I've probably ever seen.
We took a couple different ones on that photo shoot. We had some where I'm like doing like back rolls and all kind of stuff, and that was the one that just kind of like you can actually see me. The other one that just like it was just a blur.
Yeah, and so how long have you been doing wakeboarding, boat, water skiing?
Man, I've actually been water skiing, like water sports, my whole life. Like I started hydro sliding like I don't know 2 or something.
Hydro
like that.
sliding. What is that?
Kneeboarding.
Oh, okay.
That's the old time.
I have like, I mean,
Yeah.
my uncle and and my brother Blake.
Yeah.
Blake has been doing it with my uncle for a long time. I've actually never done it. When I was
Yeah.
younger, I was like scared. I was like, oh, I don't want to get behind the
Yeah.
boat. But Blake's been doing it. I mean, for fun for a while. So
Yeah.
I don't really know hardly anything about it.
So my whole life was based around all that. My dad was big into it, like when he was a kid, on and on. So I mean, I was like, if that's how I was raised. But we used to, before we had the ski lake, aka the Blue Mile, we were always on Calbow,
Okay.
and so you know Jason Touchette and everything.
Yeah.
And you know Podunk, his band.
Yep.
So you know Merlin's Doc, right?
Yeah.
Merlin is my great uncle. He's my dad's uncle.
Okay.
So he used to have this dock out on Calbow, and it had like a water slide, a diving board, and big old rope swing and everything. So we'd all go hang out over there. We'd go ski, get worn out, we'd go over there, eat some snacks or whatever, hang out, and then swim a little bit, and then go back skiing and stuff. So then Jason was with us like every day, every weekend. So that's how that kind of, we had the whole band out there at one point, hydro slide and barefoot and all kind of stuff. So that was kind of like how like that album kind of came to be.
Nice.
And that little
okay.
kid, have you seen the album cover?
Yeah.
That little kid?
Yeah.
That's me.
No way.
Yeah, that's me when I was 5.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, dude, you're freaking like
Yeah.
worldwide. Everybody been in everything.
It just kind of happened. I don't know.
Pretty soon you're gonna tell me you were the baby on the Nirvana album cover that's naked in the swimming pool.
Absolutely.
Was that you?
No.
Be honest.
No, penis is way too big.
And I did forget honorary cheers.
Yeah.
Before the album or before the episode started. Nevin was kind enough to bring. How do you say it? Lagavulin, which is actually the whiskey of choice of Ron Swanson, I believe.
Yes.
Who is another legend in his own right. So
Absolutely.
cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so you've just kind of been as you've been growing up.
Yeah, my whole life. I
Yeah.
got into wakeboarding and barefooting at 7, though. I started doing that when I was 7. So I've been doing it for years and years, but I think I really just kind of one day just got on a wakeboard and was like, you know what? I really like doing this now.
How hard is it to do it? Because I've seen the videos of you guys doing it barefoot.
Barefoot?
Is that way harder?
Dude, honestly, I'll tell you this. And people think I'm crazy when I tell them, like, barefooting, to learn how to barefoot is actually, in my opinion, it's easier to teach. I can get you up easier barefoot than I could wakeboarding.
Really?
Yeah. Now, if you're a female, it's a different story.
Okay.
Like, for whatever reason, wakeboards, like, you gotta let the boat pull you up.
Okay.
Until you get a feel for it. And once you kind of get the hang of it, you got the hang of it. Once you get it, you got it. But guys try to just push their legs out and plow, and like they're trying to stop the boat. Like they're trying to stand up before you gotta just let the boat do all the work. It's easy.
Yeah.
And girls just kind of like let it happen, and they just jump up, like pop up right there.
Super
like
easy.
first try. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Another thing women are better than men at.
Wakeboarding.
Mark that down.
Yeah. Learning how to wakeboard.
Yeah. Okay.
And then men, it takes like a whole like day to teach them.
Yeah,
but like barefooting, I get you going up, no problem. It's easy.
Cool.
We got Blake doing it one day.
I remember, and then he completely ate it.
Yeah, I think he lost his bandana that day.
Oh, that's awesome. So so the ski lake where you guys would go, you guys named it.
It was always called Crystal Ski Lakes, but it's blue. It's always been blue. The whole bottom's like clay, and it just kind of always stayed really clear and everything. Mm-hmm. It was always just had a bluish hue to it. So and it's about a mile long, just shy of a mile. So they always called it the Blue Mile.
Blue Mile. Okay.
And that's just the name that kind of stuck with it for
however long.
For a while. Like we had like these barefoot tournaments out there, and you have like we had like regionals and everything. And our region in this part of the United States consists of like 6 states, like Texas, Louisiana, I think Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, I think.
Okay.
Maybe New Mexico. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. So you have all these people coming in from all these states, to come compete or whatever. And they had a big old group come out of Austin and everything. But they always called us the Blue Milers. Like, we were the Blue Milers.
Okay. Because that's where you guys, I guess.
Oh, you're out there skiing with them Blue Milers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that came to be.
Gotcha. Okay. And then now the reason I asked you that is because it was probably a year or two ago. I got added into this group message, and it was called B&B Conversations. Wait, what is it? B&B Conversations, but on Facebook. And I was like, I recognize you and then Blake, and then I really hadn't even met the other guys like in person. Like I still have not met most of these guys in person. But I get added to this group, and all of a sudden I start getting these notifications, and it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And
because you had me on some meme pages and everything, and I was like, oh, this is fun. Well, I was like, man, for a while we were posting some funny stuff back and forth. But I was like, man, I gotta add Brett to this because Blake, he's been initiated. He's a fellow Blue Mile boy. Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, man, we'll throw Brett in there and just see what he takes on all this. And then it got to be a point where it's like all these stories, and it's all just, hey, let's tell embarrassing stories about Nevo. Remember that time Nevo did this? Remember that time Nevo did that? I'm like, yep. Now we're here.
Yeah.
So
and as it would go on, I was like, these dudes are crazy, but like these dudes are like my kind of crazy, sharing funny pictures.
We have fun.
Yeah. And so I have not met the majority of these guys, but I feel like I'm like really good friends.
That's funny, because you insure most of them.
Yeah, that's that too. But like, I just feel like like Dustin and Tyler and all of them. Like, I've never met them in person, but I'm sure if the first time I do, it's gonna be like we've been friends for a couple of years. Yeah. So all those guys ski out at the lake, or the majority of them.
Well, yeah, we all grew up hanging out and stuff. We have a big group of friends and everything. But we used to have other people that were kind of. I don't know. We had a whole bunch of people.
Just
kind
of part of the gang.
Yeah, because like it was all throughout the time. You grow up.
Not the street gang. I'm not advocating for an actual organized crime, but just y'all's friend. Your posse that would hang out.
It's crime, just not organized. Just kind of random.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so speaking of that, I did ask. Oh, well, first off, before I even get into all that, I almost completely forgot. I have a present for you.
Oh
yes, we got to talking and I just totally forgot. So last week I was in Houston with some friends. We were just hanging out shopping, and I saw it and I was like, Nevin, oh my god! And so I got it. I mean, don't worry, it wasn't like super expensive or anything, but I saw it because a while back it was something in the Blue Mile Boys conversation. We shared like a stupid video or something, and you made the comment like, I need to get something to hold my beer in the shower. And so while I don't remember what it was. It was a while back, but I saw this and it clicked, and I was like, this is a gift for Nevin. So I got you this from a place in Houston, and you can go ahead and open it up.
Oh, yes. I love this.
So you can, I guess it sticks somewhere in your shower, and then stick your beer there and take a shower.
Yeah, this is gonna get put to good use.
Yes.
Them old grass cutting days, you just get in the shower, you're like, you know what, man, I deserve a beer.
I just want a beer. So.
And it's red, white, and blue too, man.
Yep.
The colors of freedom.
That's it. So
nice,
now
thanks, man.
Yeah. Now you got shower beers.
Yes.
So I completely forgot about that. But anyway, so back to the Blue Mile Boys. So, you guys, like any group of friends, have a just shit pile amount of stories of just craziness. So I told the guys.
So the people that are pretty much in the group have been kind of the center, because there's been people kind of come and go. At, you know how it kind of goes. You have some people just kind of try to hit that little hurricane, they bounce right off of it. But they have this certain like little section that have been together for I don't know, about 10 years or so.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. So I asked them.
The tightest of tight.
I said, all right, guys, so send me your favorite stories that I've got to ask Nevin about. So they sent me a little bit of a list. So we're going to go through these. And I understand.
It was like, what, 45 messages all of a sudden?
By the time Nevin got here, it was about the span of 20 minutes. There was about 45 messages.
This is the whole drive of me driving from Groves to Beaumont. By the time I got here, I'm like, good God. Looking at my phone.
Now, some of these we probably shouldn't get into.
Yeah.
My
mom might watch this. Don't watch this, Mom.
So I bet Miss Dana's in some of these stories.
Well, I should probably make it a point to apologize if she is watching this for all those years of us making her drink excessive amounts of wine and just try to just go to sleep just to ignore what we were doing.
Sorry, Miss Dana. I was not involved in any of this. I'm just asking the questions. So I'm going to ask you these ones that they sent, and if any of these we should not discuss, you just
plead the fifth.
Just give me the head shake, and we'll go to the next one. All right. So I'll just start from the top. So this one is Jeep mudding at the ski lake.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of those.
Okay.
Who sent that?
This was from Dustin.
Okay. So I know which one he's probably wanting to talk about. So I forget. This is probably back in 2000. This is 2010. Mm-hmm. We went out for, I think it was Labor Day weekend. And I'm trying to think. So we had a big camp out at the ski lake. We had campers galore just parked in the yard. We were hanging out, having a good time. We was gonna make a whole big weekend out of it.
Yeah.
Dustin showed up, and this is when we first kind of really started hanging out with Dustin a little more. I mean, I've known Dustin my whole life, pretty much. He's kind of a family friend, just kind of raised like that. But yeah, he used to live in Jasper, then he moved to Port Neches. So then we all started hanging out. We started hanging out with Nolan and us. And anyway, so he was coming camping with us too, because his aunt and uncle were my parents' best friends.
Okay.
And then so he had this little red Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's the Lagavulin.
Say that one 5 times fast.
Oh. And he just got it, like, he just put a new motor in it and everything, and we're all hanging out.
Was this like a new Jeep or like an old
No,
one?
it was an older one, but he just dropped a new motor in it.
Okay.
He just kind of rebuilt it and everything. So we're all hanging out, and this was at nighttime. And anyways, he starts kind of talking talking it up. He's like, let's go mudding, man. Let's go mudding. Y'all know some mud holes? I'm like, I know a couple mud holes out here. I don't know if you want to go in them, man. Well, so anyways, it ended up being, I forget, we ended up piling up in his Jeep. And this is like, I don't know, 1 a.m.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, we're going to the mud hole. I was like, dude, I'm telling you,
pitch black.
if we get stuck, we walking through the mud and we ain't coming to get this till, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So whatever. I was like, I haven't been out here in years, so I don't know how deep it is and stuff. Because, like, sometimes you get out there, it'd be completely hard bottom. Yeah. But it fills up with water. It's like, I don't know. And sometimes you get out there and you bite off more than you can chew. I don't know. Sometimes it's softer than other times.
Yeah.
So we get out there and it's full of grass. And I was like, kind of walked out there and shined our light. We're like, yeah, it's got water in it and stuff. But it's just loaded with this, like, grass.
Okay.
So then, anyways, so we're like, screw it. Let's send it. Let's go. So next thing you know, we start hitting it. We're like, man, it feels pretty hard, dude. And we figured out, like, okay, there's a tree line going this way. Like, we had, like, so much room to move. Next thing you know, we're like, look, there's a tree. Boom. Just running them over. Like, they're like these little, like, bitty, like, tala trees that are, about, I don't know, 8 foot tall. We're just running them over, just mowing them. And the next day we get back. We made it out that night. Everything was cool. And we get back, and, like, the next morning we all walk out. We're all like, oh, man. get out of the camper and stuff. I was like, golly, there's mud everywhere, which we expected that. But, dude, there was, like, trees stuck in his grill and stuff. There was, like, trees hanging from his, like, brush guard and everything. We're like, golly. My dad goes, what the hell did y'all do? We're like, oh, we're about to go do it again.
You've been basically tree mudding.
Yeah, there's videos of that somewhere on the Blue Mile Boy YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
All right, Blue Mile Boys, if you're listening, we need that video stat. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think some of that might have made the our YouTube page.
Oh, so y'all have a YouTube?
We have
page?
a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Oh, well, what is it?
It's just Blue Mile Boys, but BOYZ.
Okay, and
Because
is it just
I
y'all?
came up with this when I was in college, and that was the hood thing to do.
It's
was
just
Z's.
what you do is you spell it with a Z.
So I was like, man, maybe we'll get more street cred, and people will take us more seriously. But they haven't.
Well, cool. Well, I'll have to. I'll have to go check that out. I haven't seen it.
There's a ton of videos on there.
Okay.
I'm thinking that one's on there. If not, I can send you a link on Facebook to some of these. You'll be laughing your butt off.
All right, good. Okay, the next one is, now this one has piqued my interest just because of the name of it, but the Dojo Hobo.
I probably shouldn't talk about that one.
Is that a no? It's your call. It's up to you.
No, we just had. Well, we'll see how viral this goes. But I had a neighbor who was notorious.
I have like 8 people that listen to this, so we're good.
Okay. Well, it don't matter. We're just being honest here. Yeah. So, the dojo, aka my parents' place, is like we used to always go hang out. They had this cool outdoor arbor. It's got a fireplace. We'd watch Super Bowl and stuff. It's got TV and everything out there overlooking Koi Pond, aka the dojo. So we always hang out there all the time. Me and my friends, Nolan's friends. Me and Nolan's friends all became one big group, which is where we're at now.
Yeah. And
the neighbor would always show up and come drink with us, but unlike us, he just liked to sleep, and we'd stay up till 3, 4 in the morning, or sometimes wait for my dad to get off of work. He worked when he worked nights. He'd be showing up and be like, crack at dawn. He'd be like, what are y'all still doing up? The dojo hobo would always be passed out. And we just like leave him out there. It'd be like dead of summer. Like he's gonna feel pretty terrible tomorrow. That's on him. We try to wake him up. He wouldn't wake up. There's times we'd have New Year's parties. He'd pass out. And he'd be sitting around a fire. And the next thing I'm like lighting artillery shells underneath him, tying black cats to his shoes, thinking he'd take off running. They'd chase him. He didn't move. Never flinched. So
that's why he was called the dojo hobo.
Yeah, he just slept. He slept at the dojo like a bum. So he just we called him the dojo hobo. That's just the nickname.
Y'all legitimately tied black cats to his shoe.
Yeah. One New Year's.
That's
because he tackled my buddy and threw a shoe like over our garage, but it was like I don't know, for whatever, my buddy was drunk because it was New Year's, so he couldn't find his shoes. So we're like, this one's for Birdo. And like, so we it was passed out. We thought he was gonna like pa and freak out and take off running. They were gonna be chasing him. We tied him to his shoestrings. He didn't move. So I was like, well, maybe we should try artillery shells. So we started shooting them with the tube behind him. Never moved. So I was like, I wonder if I put one underneath this chair.
Jeez.
He's all right. He's still intact.
Okay, good. Yeah, didn't lose a foot or a leg.
Nah.
Okay, the next one. This sounds like you may not be able to talk about it, but I'm gonna ask anyways. When you guys drove around shooting the potato gun. Can't even say it without laughing. That sounds bad.
So me and my buddy Birdo made a trip to Lowe's one day. Okay. And we went and got a bunch of PVC pipe. And made this little expansion joint. This little chamber. And then we put a little cap on the back, drilled a little hole. Had a tube going down, beveled a little edge on it so you can push potatoes down this tube. Jesus. Because, that's where they belong in PVC pipe.
Yeah.
And then we got one of those little igniter clickers that you put on a grill or whatever.
Yeah.
And just kind of made a potato gun. Then we camoed it.
Oh my god!
And then next thing you know, for whatever reason, he just kind of left it at our house. And then we had this perfect. We found this. You know how you go to the gas stations and they have the little window washer things.
Yeah, little squeegees.
Yeah. We found this one. I think it was at a Walmart one, and it was had this long handle for some reason, but it was the perfect length to perfectly stuff fruits and vegetables right where they need to be down that tube.
Jesus.
So we took that. And
now when you say
it happened that same night. Now we're driving around Port Neches or Sarah Jane or whatever you want to call that road. I don't know if you're familiar being up here from Beaumont.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just kind of like just nonchalantly driving up and down, like shooting at hogs and whatever we can see in the woods. Just
so you're shooting potatoes and vegetables or whatever.
Yeah, we tried satsumas one time.
What is the velocity of these things as they're leaving? I mean, are they like...
Depends on how much hairspray you use and if you use the Dollar General kind or the Walmart kind. Also, we tried brake fluid one time, and we tried carb cleaner.
How far would it go? Like
they go pretty far.
50 yards?
Oh no, you get way more than that.
More?
Yeah, you can easily get 100 out of it. Jeez. It depends on if you're shooting up or, we're getting into ballistics here.
So if
I shot straight level, yeah, you probably get about 100 yards out of it.
Let's say you tagged let's say Blake was running out and you tagged him at like 30 yards. How bad would it hurt?
Ooh, it'd be like getting hit with a baseball.
Ooh. Okay, I'm just trying to picture
like a really soft baseball.
When you say like a potato gun, I'm just trying to picture how fast these things are
I would
going.
say like imagine Nolan Ryan pitching a tennis ball and hitting you with it.
Oh, okay.
Like it would probably, I don't know, man. We didn't boil the potatoes, so it might have been pretty bad.
Wow. Okay.
I've seen it put some dents and shit before.
That's a good one. Okay, this one, the time that Kale almost lost his leg kneeboarding behind the four-wheeler. What?
So
kneeboarding behind the four-wheeler.
We did this whole thing. One of the lakes on the other, because they had another lake next to the ski lake. It was through the woods, and they were going to have another lake there, and they never finished it. So it was just kind of like they dug it, and never fully finished it. And every once in a while, it would fill up with water. It'd get like, so many feet deep or whatever. We all go mudding in there sometimes when it get low or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it was dry one time. And it was just like all this like gumbo, like gravelly.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Pebbles. So like we're sitting, and it was like, it had some slide to it. So we're out there hydro sliding. We've like just, I don't know, doing donuts and trucks and all kind of stuff. It was fun. Well, then cut to somehow that day we were hydro sliding. And this is like in the fall time. It's like, I don't know, October, November. So we're hydro sliding behind Nolan's fool. He's driving down the levee, and we're just hanging out in the water. Well, I guess Kel just lost his cut and just kind of eased up onto the bank, and he caught like some of that clay. Because now we're at the ski lake now. But anyways, I guess he caught some of that clay that was just kind of damp enough to where it's kind of that rubbery, to where you and just like literally hit that dry stuff boom. And just like ejecto-cito and like right through like that hard gumbo, and like there was like some old dead like clams in there. Oh. We just have these tiny clams that help kind of clear out the ski lake, but like I don't know, they just exist. And like so like next thing you know, his whole leg's just sitting there just I don't know.
And so he
it was all just tore up. And then he started his new job that week. So he's like having to climb towers with like a whole bandaged up leg and stuff. Got his first plant job.
Okay. Here, we probably don't want to talk about that one. I don't even need to bring that up. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth.
Okay, let's see the time. Okay, this is from
now. You got me wanting to know which one that one was.
No, it's right below when I said it was going to be incredible. A couple up. No, not doing that one. Okay, this one.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about that one.
The time that Dustin, Kale, and Nolan stole the Santa in the sleigh and blew it up at the party.
Okay, so I had acquired this keg, and the whole, Rubbermaid tote that it goes in or whatever, like when you go to a party or wedding or whatever, they have kegs. Yeah. So all I had to do was just buy a tap. So I went and bought me a tap, and I was like, man, I got this keg. And all you do when you have a keg, you just go exchange them. Well, these kegs, the big kegs, not the little pony kegs. These are the ones that like the Anheuser-Busch kegs or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like all I do is I just go exchange it. And instead of like paying and rent for the rental and the deposit and all that, they just give you a keg, and you just keep it for as long as you want, and you just go switch it out for another one.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I just got it. And I was like, man, we need to have a kegger. Like, we need to have a reason to have a kegger. So I convinced my cousin. I was like, hey, man, we should have a tacky sweater party.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we had like a little, because it was Christmas time.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, man. So we had a little kegger. It ended up being a cool party. Hands down, one of the coolest parties I've been to. Had fun. It was a blast. Everybody showed up. Everybody dressed up cool. It was all good.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all my friends disappeared. I'm like, well, the Blue Mile boys, except for me, disappeared. And they're like, oh, well, Nevin's with his chick right now. So I was like, I guess that's why. I don't know. They just left. I was kind of butthurt. Like, man, where'd they go? They didn't even say goodbye. And all of a sudden, they show back up to this party, and Nolan's just sitting there holding this like pile of something, and he just all of a sudden, Dustin's right behind him, takes off, runs, hits the outlet, and all of a sudden Nolan goes, and throws it, and this Santa sleigh just pussed out in like the middle of this living room, like, and everybody's like, oh, what? And they go, we brought baby Jesus too.
It was like, it was like an inflatable?
Yeah, they stole it from somebody's house. That's not even the best part though, and a baby
like
Jesus.
One you stick out in the front yard.
Yeah, it was like a manger baby Jesus too.
God.
So yeah, they pick up the whole thing. I was like, dude,
the fact
what the
that he's like,
yeah, like he just runs. He's like has this weird look on his face. Obviously, throws it on the ground. Dustin plugs it in, or
and
Kale one of them, and just like puffs up. And we're like, oh, I got like pictures of it too, man. It's funny.
Oh man.
So cut to, they went and brought it back. I guess we all felt bad about baby Jesus, so they're like, we'll go bring it back.
Okay.
Because it even had like a phone number on the bottom. Like, I guess it had been stolen before. I don't know.
Okay. I was waiting for a point where like it said you stole a Santa and then blew it up at the party. I thought maybe you like smeared some tannerite on this thing.
No.
Okay. So literally just inflated it.
Yeah, it was a blow up Santa.
Okay. Oh, and also this red hat. This is not a MAGA hat, so y'all don't kill me. This is just a Bass Pro Shops hat.
Triggered.
Just, can't be too careful. People get upset.
I know, they see red these days and they just freak out.
That's
man.
what I'm like, hey,
like a bunch of bulls.
Bass Pro Shop. Don't hurt me.
You just don't have to worry. If you got a red hat on, you're a matador.
Oh man. Okay, we're definitely not going to talk about that one, Dustin.
He wants to incriminate me. He tells all my dirty secrets to my mom. Then I get grounded and I don't even live with her anymore.
Let's see how many more we got here.
He's a narc. He told me not to mention his favorite band. Should we talk about that?
Oh, yes. So,
I'm not going to mention it because he pooped in my pool. He told me that he pooped in my pool. Well, I can mention it. But you can talk about it.
And I mean, I guess they do have a lot of fans, but...
He likes Five Finger Death Punch.
Also... But, okay, so we give Dustin a hard time.
Also.
We give Dustin a hard time because Dustin, is he a closet fan? Does he not want people to know this?
No, he's pretty open about it.
Okay.
I just don't think he wants to be made fun of publicly about it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to make fun of him. I'll let you guys do that or whatever, but none of us are really a fan of this band, but Dustin is like a diehard Nickelback fan.
You think he'll really poop in my pool?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
I didn't say it. You said it. We're good.
Yeah. So Dustin loves Nickelback, and actually, Nickelback, was it this Friday or last Friday? I think it's this Friday. They just released a new album. So
That's
I know,
today.
I think they released one today. So Dustin, happy new Nickelback.
Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, I don't have one of those yet, but I don't have a Jamie, but happy new Nickelback music, Dustin. If you are watching this.
I'll give you my Spotify account if you want, Dustin.
Okay, so talk about when Lynch answered the door naked at Mill Creek to cover all of us hiding from some chick. Is that worth talking? Is that doable? I don't. That sounds a little.
Okay, I'll try to keep it a little bit.
Keep it like PG.
I won't plead the fifth. But okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. F-I-F fifth. Well, me and the girl I was dating at the time, we were just, I don't know, I was drunk, she was drunk, and we were being buttholes to each other. Well, she's being a pain in the butt, and we wanted to go smoke a hookah. You know, the hookah, not like drugs. I don't do drugs.
No, but like it's the tobacco-less flavor.
It's like a
stuff.
Molasses coated tobacco, but flavored. Yeah,
and
so
we
had
inhale
one.
It or puff
we used to have one. Yeah. So we're like, oh man, And she was kind of pissing all my friends off, so they were kind of like, "Oh, you're on your own." I was like, "No, I'm not. I got the hookah." And I started running through the woods, and they like followed me all the way to my buddy's camp. We're all like, we had like several camps rented up at Mill Creek, Rayburn. Well, anyway, she finally made her way over there, come looking for me. I was like, "Jacob, just we'll go hide. Just answer the door naked, so she thinks that you're with your girlfriend, and then she'll just like leave you alone."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" It's like, "Nevin here?" "Nope."
And he's butt naked.
Yeah. And she's like, "Well, I'm looking for him." He's like, "I don't know. Last I saw him, he was running through the woods that way." And she's like, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Okay. And she took off.
Butt naked.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Eventually, she found me.
Ah.
But,
That's good. That and that. Okay, so that was all the Blue Mile Boy stories that they asked that we're allowed to talk about. Some of these are not.
I probably should have talked about that one, but whatever.
Yeah. But so you guys just
I don't think she'll watch.
So you guys just get into some shit. Basically, it's what it comes down to.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
That's awesome. Well, actually, I was hoping to get some of the Blue Mile Boys in here, but just scheduling conflicts. So I'm gonna have you back with get some of the guys in here, like Blake. Maybe I can finally meet like Dustin and Tyler and all those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll sit around, have a little round table podcast.
Man, if like I said, if you're not busy tomorrow, swing by the new casa. I'm having a pool party.
Oh, pool party at Nevin's.
My little ghetto pool.
That's okay. We were talking about putting the tarp in the back of a truck.
It's not that. We're past that. It's still an upgrade from that. But I don't know. It's just
gotcha.
Well,
Nevin,
but we'll be hanging out playing washers and
appreciate it. Sharing some Blue Mile Boy stories.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nevin Lowe. Appreciate you coming by, sir.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Man. Cheers.